Welcome back to Grimora. If you enjoy the dark, the strange, and the terrifying, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Tonight's story comes from a former night shift security guard in the Midwest. Let's dive in. I used to think the easiest job in the world was being a night watchman at a self-storage facility. I was a broke college student, and the ad on Craigslist promised $15 an hour just to sit in a booth, watch some monitors, and do a single patrol at 2 a.m. Easy money, right? The place was massive, 3 acres of identical corrugated metal garage doors on the outskirts of Omaha. My supervisor, a gruff older guy named Mac, gave me the grand tour on my first night. He handed me a heavy Maglite flashlight, a set of keys, and a clipboard with a list of rules. "Most of this is standard stuff," Mac said, chewing on a toothpick. "Check the perimeter, make sure no kids are tagging the walls with spray paint, but pay close attention to rule number 4. I glanced down at the clipboard. Rule 4 was typed in bold red ink. If you see the motion sensor light activate outside Unit 412, do not look at camera 6. Turn the monitor off for exactly 10 minutes. I chuckled, thinking he was messing with the new guy. "What's in 412? Somebody keeping a pet bear in there?" Mac didn't laugh. He just looked at me, dead serious. "Just do your job, kid." For the first 3 weeks, nothing happened. It was mind-numbingly boring. I spent my time drinking cheap coffee and studying for my finals. But on my 22nd night, right around 3:15 a.m., the console beeped. I looked up. The motion sensor outside Unit 412 had tripped. My heart did a weird little stutter. My hand hovered over the power button for the monitors, ready to follow Mac's rule. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. I looked at the feed for camera 6. The security footage was grainy, black and white, but I could clearly see a man standing in front of the unit. He was wearing a faded yellow raincoat, but something was horribly wrong with the way he was standing. His back was arched at an impossible, broken angle, and his arms hung down way past his knees, dragging on the concrete. I leaned closer to the screen, holding my breath. Suddenly, the figure snapped its head up, staring directly into the camera lens. It didn't have a face. Where its eyes and mouth should have been, the skin was completely smooth, pulled tight over bone. And then it started running. Not away from the unit, it was running toward the camera, toward the main office, toward me. It moved with this sickening, jerky speed, its abnormally long arms slapping the pavement. I panicked and slammed my hand onto the power button, killing the monitors. I sat there in the dark office, my chest heaving, staring at the blank screen. For 10 minutes I listened. Nothing, just the wind howling outside. When I finally turned the monitor back on, the area outside Unit 412 was empty. But then I heard it. A soft, wet scratching. It wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from the other side of my locked office door. I quit the next morning. I left the keys on the desk and never went back. I still don't know what was in Unit 412, but sometimes when I'm alone in my apartment at night, I hear that same wet scratching on my bedroom door. What would you have done if you were in his shoes? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoy chilling stories every week, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Grimora. Until next time, stay safe out there.